Hey, this is Anthony from RevZilla TV, where you can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Rukka Airman jacket available at RevZilla.com. Rukka's done it again. A nice iteration on the previous Airway. This is now the new top of the food chain in their Air Power collection, built for really 3-season warm to hot weather riding. So if you remember in the past, we had the Rukka Airway. Cordura AFT would flow a ton of air, very, very protective, and a removable Gore-Tex liner. But because this jacket is really set up to be an airflow, almost mesh-style jacket, you would get late spring through early fall, really hot weather orientation. Now with the Airman at a very similar level of investment, Rukka has really changed a few things for the better. The jacket now is still Cordura AFT, which is that Cordura yarn which is woven in a mesh structure. You can't see through it, but it's extremely abrasion resistant, 2 to 7 times more abrasion resistant than your basic polymide or textile. You still have that here. It still flows tremendous air with the liners out in the summer. But now what you've added to it is the protection of D3O Air Armor. So Rukka's teamed up with D3O, has developed their own proprietary type of armor. And again, this is just the shoulder. Look at the size of this. It's massive, it's aerated, it's molecular armor that becomes rigid upon impact, extremely flexible and comfortable, and it will flow air. That's a shoulder. The elbows and forearm are tremendous, and there's also the CE Level 2 back protector. These are all now included for the same price as the previous Airway. The other key feature, and this is why I call this a 3-season jacket, where the previous version was the Airway, which was 2-season for more warm weather. You're getting an extra season out of this by the inclusion of Outlast. It still has a 3-layer, fully removable Gore-Tex liner. And you can see the shape of the jacket now is really very much similar to the Armus, which is more of an adventure, almost hip-length style. This is much more of an adventure cut. But now, with Outlast working with the removable, waterproof, breathable, guaranteed for life Gore-Tex layer, you have the ability to have that phase change material regulate your temperature. So in warm weather, if you have the waterproofing and the Outlast in, it's going to absorb heat from your body. But as you start to cool, it actually releases that heat, it traps that heat, and it will keep you warmer over time. So now early spring through mid to late fall, you'd be good in the Airman. Again, you're getting north of that $900 price point. You have the full waterproof, breathable, guaranteed for life Gore-Tex factor, you have the molecular armor, and you still have the bomb-proof exterior now in a more adventure-oriented shell to give you that coverage and that protection for a lot of much more rugged, either upright, 3/4, sport touring, adventure touring, riding conditions. So think all season. The only thing this jacket's not going to do is if it gets really cold, remember the outside of the shell in this Cordura AFT is going to continue to flow air. The Gore-Tex will stop it, but again, you never are able to turn that air conditioning off. So moving into fit really quickly, because I'm going to walk through all of the nuances in a second, but I want to give you the rundown on really usage, application, and why this is a big leap forward for the same amount of investment as previous models. Fitment is still the same from Rukka. We find it fits one size big. Brett's 6 foot 175, solid 42-inch chest. He's wearing a size 50. Normally you think, oh, 42, I'm a 52 euro. Nope, you're a size 50. It's going to fit one size big, so you go one size down when you're looking at the size chart. That's consistent across the entire Rukka line. You can see how it fits him. You see how the armor in the shoulders and elbows really beefs it up. But again, there's plenty of room here. And there's a lot of adjustability on this jacket as well. Remember, we'll ship for free. And as always, click here. Subscribe to us at RevZilla TV on our YouTube channel. I'd love to hear your comments, your questions, your feedback. Let us know what you think of the Rukka Airman. Now, as I dive back into it, this is the silver black version. There's a black high-vis version, which we love. High-vis in very much key areas, and it's going to be black throughout the chassis. We believe this will be the more popular colorway. And looking at it from the top down, neoprene at the collar, neodymium magnets keeping everything together. They're using YKK zips throughout. Notice space-age magnets here. So again, your flaps are all kept in place, your pocket flaps, again, using these neodymium magnets. If you do have a pacemaker, we don't recommend anything that has a neodymium magnet in the chest, so this jacket would not be for you. Again, you see it on the side pockets here on the side. So you see that big pockets along the armpit moving from their way down from the front. And again, you even have the snap across the front that's going to keep the zipper in place, make sure it's not going to bang around or scratch your tank. Moving into the arms, set it and forget it cuffs. So adjustment here at the cuff. YKK zip that goes all the way up. Notice there is a monkey paw in here. And that monkey paw, it's actually not a monkey paw, it's just a longer cuff gaiter. That's meant to go under the longer cuff of your glove. That's connected to your 3-layer Gore-Tex lining. So again, the Gore-Tex and the Outlast are together. They're fully removable. They're full sleeve. They go all the way down. Again, snaps on either side. Spring-loaded snaps, they won't wear out on you, very simple to find. But again, once you have that removed, you're in a very basic collar or cuff configuration. Moving up to the forearm, a lot of adjustability. And remember, Rukka in Finland, the Finns, period, are known for their textile construction. So beefed up seams, dual seams in a lot of places. You see the articulation of this jacket. Snaps with rubberized buttons across the forearm, across the bicep. But I want to call one thing out. Remember, we talked about Cordura AFT, the outer shell material, which flows that air. They're using a dual and triple layer of that in the elbows. So again, impact resistant, abrasion resistance. They're giving you that beefed up area over top of that long range and fully encompassing D3O armor, and they're baking that in. Now, Brett, I want you to stay right there for a second, and I'm going to turn you. Looking at the sides before we turn him, notice the adjustment on the hip, and notice the reflective piping that goes all the way up. The Rukka logo is also going to be reflective as well. Now, Brett, if I turn you to the side, you're going to see the clean line of the arm. You're going to see the reflective dot logo from Rukka on the side. That's reflectivity, but it's done in a very stylish way, more reflective piping going up the back. And if I lift Brett's arm, there's a few things going on here. Gusset with Velcro. Expansion panel with a zipper, and your side cinching here along the hip. Notice it creates a clean line. Notice how long this is in the seat. Drop seat design, that's an adventure style jacket. It's the same line as the Aramus, which is their bomb-proof 3-season cold weather jacket. This is going to be your bomb-proof 3-season warm weather jacket. Brett, turn backwards for me. More neodymium magnets covering a rabbit pouch in the back. Great place to stow the liner, Gore-Tex liner that you're investing in if you need to pull it out. And then notice here in the back, there's my reflective logo, my Rukka R. The black version does not have the orange R. It's going to be black with high vis. And if you notice, I called out earlier, we were talking about armor. The back protector is actually an upgrade on this jacket. So it's not going to come stock with that CE-rated D3O air back protector. You'd have to add that on separate. Keep that in mind, guys. And then up here, again, another area of reinforced Cordura AFT for both style but also protection if you end up in your back on the slide. And remember, you're going to want to end up in the slide. You don't want to tumble when you're coming off your motorcycle. Come back around to the front for me, Brett. Let's talk about the guts here. So if I break it down from the inside out, remember, neodymium magnet keeps everything in place. Flap moves over. You're going to see the finishing touches here. And again, that's what you're investing in, an heirloom product that's meant to last. As you open it up, YKK zips, Napoleon pockets on both sides, zipper garage, done in tricot lining, moving up around the collar, and then neoprene, which is wetsuit material, up to really keep a tight seal in the wintertime around your neck. Now, here's my Gore-Tex liner on both sides. And one of the things you're trading off is the Airway, its predecessor, had that destination liner, which you could wear separately on the inside. What Rukka did, they said, we find that folks aren't really wearing these destination liners by themselves, so what we're going to do is we're going to add more bang for the buck here. We're going to add that Outlast phase change material. Notice, zipper garage to the top here with my Y-Kick zip. Here's my waterproof, breathable Gore-Tex liner that's lined with the Outlast material. And notice, 360-degree zip, Vislon zipper on the inside of both layers. So if you're using these with a pant with a Gore-Tex liner or just a shell on its own, you have the ability to ratchet it down. The pants with this would be the Air Vision, same pants. Now if I come back out here, let's talk one more time about the Gore-Tex. Remember, Gore-Tex is the highest level of breathability. There are a lot of different manufacturers that have a membrane, that has a micro porous material that's going to allow your sweat to evaporate out but won't allow water in. So water vapor out, no water in. Gore-Tex is the highest degree of breathability with, I believe, 9 billion pores per square inch. They invented this. They've patented this. They're still the gold standard when it comes to breathability. You say, why does that matter? If you're sweating on the bike, especially if you're dual sporting this bad boy, you start to sweat, that perspiration needs to go somewhere or else you start to get clammy and you get that trash bag effect. Cheap waterproof liners feel like a trash bag. Gore-Tex feels like a breathe. Your body breathes. It's amazing. It keeps you feeling extremely comfortable. Now, back to the liner. Looking on the inside, this is your Outlast material that absorbs and releases that heat. Notice basic in construction. You have that zipper that I talked about, and you're going to have some pockets. Moving back to the main construction liner, antimicrobial, lightly waffled 3D premium mesh liner. We talked about the tricot fleece at the top here, and then again that 360-degree zip. And you see this D-ring construction. There's actually a strap that goes under your legs that if you want, you can attach to keep this jacket down in the effect of a slide. That's part of that European CE safety rating. All right, Brett, you can zip that bad boy up. So remember, this jacket comes in this silver version, which we believe will be the most popular. Then there's also the black high-vis version, which is awesome for the multi-season touring crowd. Remember, 3-season, waterproof, but the breathability and protection are really the call-out. Comfort and defense. And you think about mesh, people say, oof, I don't want mesh. It's not as protective. This bad boy stands toe-to-toe with many of the best textiles that are on the market, and it's a porous material, Cordura AFT, that's knit from Cordura yarn to really allow airflow but be abrasion resistant. The next step in your journey is to click right here, read other rider reviews at RevZilla.com. You don't have to take my word for it. And in all honesty, you saw me walk through that. I didn't have a lot of negatives to say because honestly, this is a game-changing product out of Finland from Rukka. Read other rider reviews. Remember, we ship for free if you're concerned about sizing. It does fit one size large, and you should give us a shout if you want to help compare and contrast the Rukka Airman compared to the Air Rider, its baby brother, the Air Vision pants that you might need with it, and any other mesh jacket that we have at RevZilla.com. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown of the new Rukka Airman. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.